to be a tough ban out of Sharks. MIBR were willing to float that, which is surprising up against a underdog roster who's probably trying to pluck a win off however possible and not going into overpass here for the Sharks. But Nuke picked out here by Sharks, which I think is such a strong map, as we should be starting things off on Nuke. Here we go. Getting into the action. Going to be the first map of the day, and looking forward to seeing this. Of course, Mirage is going to be picked out thereafter by MIBR, and what's so lovely for MIBR is that they get to finish this series off on Anubis if necessary, which I think could be the bread and butter to close out this series entirely.
Even then, like, Nuke is still a strong map for MIBR, so we'll see how things lead off. The Sharks moving into their pick, taking aggressive control here of Hell, trying to wide swing those Glocks. A little bit of running gun action. Insani does have to deal with it, but can't beat Gafolo. And that's going to be the opening pick here for the Sharks, plus a Gush onto Safe. Up the ladder they go into the A site. Now, Exit does clap one back with the P2K. It's a 4-on-4. Togs challenging in towards Hut. But the rotates have arrived, and Exit with another on that P2K. Follow inside of Hut might be the next point of contact here, and Exit's gonna deal with another. A 3K on the P2K, a near flawless retake here from MIBR. One clap back from DRG, but that doesn't matter. Exit with the 4K on the P2K.
That's a terrifying start there from Exit out of the gates, finding a 4K. The entirety of MIBR looking so comfortable on that retake as well. It's not easy to give over that control over on that A side and try and play the retake, even in the 4v5 as well, but they managed to make it look easy, have no trouble breaking past it, and are going to be able to start things off with a little bit of success there. Of course, you're getting a bomb plant, so of course you're getting a buy from the Sharks. As we will see, they'll be bringing every tool at their disposal to the table there, but we'll see what they're capable of bringing in this round here. You got Togs on the AK. Mac 10's in the store there. Poor DRG is left high and dry. Is he going to be playing on a Glock? The poor guy doesn't have anything, but willing to sacrifice his firepower for his teammates to find the entries. We got the auto shotty in play as well. This is the hidden OP strategy of Nuke.
You know, it was kind of popularized by Simple. You know, Simple kind of brought it out towards the end of Go, but I
just played Hiko on Nuke with the auto shotty.
No.
Destroyed us.
To be fair, it is kind of a Hiko special. Doxo charges forward with the Mac 10 and deals with the rifle of Safe. That M4 will not be retrieved by the T's, but still a man advantage working here for the Sharks. Even as we move into MR12, these second rounds could be even more impactful. We've even seen teams like BetBoom in IEM Sydney completely just... They don't even purchase on the pistol round. I'm being dead serious. You know, most of their players have $800, but they just go for a strategy that gets a bomb plant down, and then they buy AKs in the second, because the second round means more almost than the pistol in these games. It's wild to think about it like that. So we have Drop here, inside of control. He's facing down a couple players, does have backup from Insani, has to hold these angles with the A1S. The MP9, though, not working out for Drop. Luckily, a team kill does come through that does even the odds.
Got all the rotations close by here already. It's tough to make it out the single door right now, but over a bomb plant here, long range duel. Insani absolutely levels the offense there, and RD and Zao now left last man standing in a 1v3. We'll see if he's able to start things up, but they're playing patient on this retake.
These retakes are certainly working, though, for MIBR, as RDN will get locked up by Brennison, and that's going to be the 2-0 start here for MIBR, beating the 4 spy. I think a very fortunate team kill comes through there that makes life a little bit easier for Made in Brazil.
Yeah, it's all about the situations that you put yourself in there, so even if you don't land the kill with the MP9, you were able to force them to line up a little bit, grab yourself a 3-on-4 at the very least, and again, very composed, confident retake here from MIBR. Looks like they've got some, you know, solid communications built over the last couple months with how comfortable these retakes are looking. And we got the first of 3 tactical timeouts used by the Sharks here. That's something that we have to get used to as well. One less timeout in regulation is, of course, going to be interesting. And then there's one in overtime that's afforded to you as well. So a little bit of a change in the rule books there for the way timeouts are utilized.
I do want to talk about this map as Sharks kind of enter into CS2, because it's been a bit of an awkward one. Sharks have kind of tried to veto down into it, but the times that they do select it, they've kind of gotten blown out on this map. They're trying to find their footing in Counter-Strike 2. New map, and honestly, Nuke is probably one of the maps that has changed the most with the smoke mechanics that have been going down. I think alongside that would probably be Inferno as probably one of the maps that changed the most as well, with just the wide open skybox. It's a lot of new options for this EP side we've seen. But Sharks have struggled to find their footing on this map, and hopefully the same doesn't happen here today as they select this one into MIBR. Oh, looks like this round's not live, though.
Disconnect, yeah. We're going to get a not live rolling on. I think we'll reset here pretty quickly. Yeah, this map definitely is going through some changes here. I don't know who it's giving much more of an edge to. I feel like the T side might have a tougher time taking out a yard. But also there's some, you know, really cool executes that's being built together as well to even further bypass it. So, I've seen some very effective T sides already being brought to the table on this map, and so I'm hoping to see that maybe continue. You're on Nuke. And some more XMs, of course. I want to see some XMs. Again, I'm just saying it. I think Hiko was the trendsetter here.
Well, the thing is like Hiko actually was doing that in his time in pro play. Like he was actually known for bringing the Gator on top of HUD. Like that was This is like 2016 type stuff. Right. I'm being dead serious.
Old CSGO stuff. Prime in ACS right there.
Another thing that's developing, and we're seeing it right here for MIBR, is the purchasing of AUGs. And I've talked to a couple pro players about it, and the reason being is because since Peeker's advantage is such a massive thing in this game, the AUG is actually one of the only guns you can hold angles with in this game. At least that's what I've been told, talking to Swisher back and forth about why AUGs are being purchased.
I assume it's something to do with like tight angles. Like it's a lot easier to hold like a slim, more pixely.
It's also a laser
angle.
beam.
Right. So you know if the initial tripwire shots don't go your way, you can adjust a little bit easier than without the telescope. Speaking of holding angles, here we got Bernizin taking a pretty slim angle, as you can see, trying to utilize that range there. Peeker's advantage can get the better of you, and there's a lot of players getting ready to test him.
Yeah, but can the Galil seriously beat the AUG on this angle? Absolutely not. There's the first laser beam, but, okay, RDN. It didn't even feel like a dink in a body shot, but it certainly was. But Safe has got the coverage, making sure that Sharks can't expand their map control.
Yeah, it's a great counter molly right there, denying that space. They're going to try and work their way towards A, but they're getting that pretty nasty crossfire. It's just a one-for-one trade, though. Might not be enough to hold on. The sight has dropped, still holds for the backside. Another one.
Yeah, he gets swung and couldn't handle the swing, but hold on, Safe swings through and takes the double with him. Gafolo out in the open, and he has no armor. He does have the AUG to work with, but Safe has got a 1v3 in him for the 3-0.
The pixeling will take it by Safe right there to end off the clutch. Beautiful from him. Excellent work there to start things off for MIBR. And continue them successfully right there. 1v3 to keep things contained. Takes care of the bomb planter, who was occupied right there. The low HP bar couldn't have enough health to cover him. It's going to be a tough slip up right there for Sharks, but I think they're happy with the damage heading into their first gun round. If they can just capitalize off of that here and now, they'll still be in a pretty decent spot here.
Yeah, they've kept MIBR off and off very early on into this game. You can see that damage, probably Safe, if he didn't have to drop a teammate this round, could afford an AWP. So Gafolo is going to be the one working with it in this round.
See what we can do to get to work here with that. You know, counterpart there, no op to worry about, which is always nice. Like you said, a huge relief not having to deal with Safe on that AWP, but it's still Safe aggressing forward here.
Wow.
Going on there. Timing. I think he was lining up some utility, but it's not a pretty spray there, and it cost him a quick trade. Gafolo will take care of his counterpart.
Ladies and gentlemen, dare I say it, but yep, that's another thing you have to deal with in this game, and we've seen it a couple times over in Sydney, but you're better off going for burst fire than committing to the full spray and hanging around too long there. Safe does get traded out. You have this thread angle by exit, and it works out. Taps, and RDN's gone. But Brenizin couldn't handle, and 3 kills, lined the kill feed. for Sharks. Exit up top, though, does drop the bomb. 4 bullets remaining in this gun. Multiple angles to deal with. He nails down Gafolo. Another 1v3 potential, but no, he's not ready for Togs. What an effort, though, by Exit.
Oh, I think he thought he was lurking out Squeaky right there. He didn't expect him to walk out Hut. And back-to-back 1v3s are denied there. Sharks are thanking their lucky stars that Togs was able to finish that one. As they figured out where exactly Exit was playing, and they still continue to test him, which is a bit of a concern there, but they thought that they could just trade things out, right? They thought it'd be easy. But of course, with all this damage, with all the clutches that have been required here, it's money immediately broken for MIBR, and it's going to complicate the matter here quite a bit. Only got a force buy to work with here. MP9's pistols in stow. We'll see if they're able to work with it. Already down secret, though, here. Great positioning for Sharks to counter this.
2 players down, though. The vents from MIBR, very quick rotate. 5-7 CZ combo. It's very doable with these pistols. That close range, a 3rd player gets in as well. This could get very weird. Insani, close angle, Doc eliminated, and the nade follow-up damage dealt. You can see that. Oh my goodness, Sharks, they're terrified right now. The Galil charges forward, and Safe picks up another.
It's a lot of people spotted, though, right now here. Gafolo,
he has the
having
bomb.
to fight on multiple fronts. Yeah, he has the bomb, and he's stuck in between these angles. Brennison is rotated down as well, but they're already wrapping towards Heaven. Brennison in between the entire team. DRG and Gafolo trying to cover all angles right now, and this round becomes incredibly complicated for both sides as to how they want to finish it here. DRG taking a very wise position up towards Heaven, but it's not going to mean they complete the mission here. There's still a player back silo, hard watching this Heaven position.
There's 2 players behind the silo. This round gets really complicated, but Sharks, they're just going to take the option. We're going to hit that A site. DRG pops forward and deletes Brennison and gets drop as well. Down to 11 HP. A good fight from the site defenders, but couldn't handle the flank. And Safe to come up the vents. Probably just a dead man. If he tries to, that is. But this will be a plant for Sharks. And a save from MIBR. The force buy almost worked out here, but a good flank working out for the Sharks.
Yeah, hard to win out those duels right there versus DRG and Heaven, but you know, good on him to find the double up right there. Necessary that he's the one finding the kills there next. If he goes down in Heaven, that's probably the round at least lost or even further complicated right there. And you know, we have to escape the bomb radius quite a bit on this map, so you can see he's all the way tucked in towards CT spawn there as far as possible. Safe couldn't cut off any rotations there. Would have been nice to take care of the follow, but makes it not worth the risk. He'll keep himself armor, his pistol that he can toss over to his teammate in the next round. Same is true for Exit, and they'll have themselves another, you know, decent opportunity to do some damage in this next round.
But it's going to be Sharks slowly clawing their way back into this game. But by the skin of their teeth, I should mention. There have been a lot of opportunities for MIBR. None of these rounds have... You haven't really had a chance to exhale in these rounds. That last one was an absolute complex mess. He's coming in from 3 different angles on that A site. Let's see what's working out here. I'm not sure. Ooh, a bit of a... Is that a... That's an intended smoke. That's a little one-way, I believe, for those up in Heaven. Either that or it's just a miss smoke. You know, I don't want to be the guy who's like, whoa, this is insanely big brain, but they just miss the smoke.
Yeah, it's always fun. You never know with the new game.
This is dangerous.
They again stacked this lower bomb site. They've been doing this in the last round. They're trying to run it right back here, and they're going to let him sneak on a little bit further here. Inside the fence, no connection on
Exit swings forward, but Doc has doubled up, and that's just simply excellent. Brennison doesn't get his hands on an AK, though, and was that spotted? I don't know. Well, Doc certainly knows. Drop, swings open the door. The CZ, I mean, it somehow got that kill.
That's crazy.
But so many players here for Sharks that there's no way that doesn't go untraded.
I thought that he was dead before the last shot that killed him. Killed Doc, that is, was already sent out there, but just got him at the bell to add another kill to his tally. There's still no AWP here for Safe, which I would say is a bit unfortunate, considering you know, he can be such an incredible operator here on the CT side and a very aggressive element. We've already seen him try for the aggressive moves with the rifle, and not to say that his rifling is bad by any means, but sometimes, you know, you can get caught there with those labored A1S sprays. he had an op to get aggressive, he'd be in a much better spot to set his team up for success there. Hasn't been given that opportunity just yet.
It's a novel position. And Doc was just, I believe, team flashed a little bit. I don't really know. But he kind of was walking in there blind and not ready for that angle.
Yeah, I didn't expect the quickness there. Like I said, to get into that position. He is 11-3 to start this one off. He's leading the server by quite a wide margin right now. Playing very well there. Almost got himself a 1v3. Tested here towards ramp room. Doesn't commit to the fight too long, but he's got a teammate here joining him.
And he's also taking the off angle. He's still playing up top on the box. Sharks think they've put on pressure when they actually haven't. And Insani still locking down that A site, top of hut. And Sharks don't really have many places to go. Yeah, look at this. There's the collapse in from lobby. You see that the pressure was just feigned by Sharks. MIBRs just taking steps forward. And Sharks, this is the first dominant round we've really seen out of MIBR. It's been some nail biters for sure. You know, a 1v3 that came out of safe. Dealing with a eco round. This is a 2 versus 5 and looking to be a save for Sharks.
To be there. Might not be afforded. Though Artie and Zal will fight his way out of that situation. We'll take care of Bernazin on the aggro. And he does pick up that AWP, which was his end goal. By going for that kill there. Like you said, the first dominant round. You know, one of those 1v3s, or the successful 1v3, didn't include a bomb plant, but the other 2 rounds did. And so,
yeah,
you know, denying that fact is going to be a huge relief. But they still have more money to crack through. They still have more funding on the Shark side to continue those investments, especially with that op not being reinvested into. Gaffolo able to get that from his teammates. Set them up for success here even still. Sharks can grab themselves a really foundational half if they, you know, win this one especially.
See it right now. Very aggressive outside. This is a different look from MIBR than we've seen so far this game. They've been playing passive. They've been tucking away into secret. But this is about to be a lot of information going in from Native Still. A little bit of nade to the smoke. Brent is in. I'm unsure if he's been spotted. Don't think it's realistic. Boy, this could get very weird. Smoke spam almost connects for multiple, but now as it fades, he has to reload, has to get away. Brennan has to concede ramp here. In other parts of the map, safe also goes down. This map gets very claustrophobic here for MIBR. Sharks have all the space.
One big hope here is that Exit can find some success here on this massive flank. He has pushed all the way through the outer yard and there's no one covering, but it's up to the rest of the team here to buy time. These smokes and flashes are going to be huge though. Recycled on in towards lobby. This is going to allow Exit to strike here from the flank. Only good for one. Togs with a quick spin. And that's going to keep the pain contained.
Yeah, now Brennison has about the full brunt of the B side. Knocking on his front door. He does get a dink on the dock, but you can see that he's just waiting for backup. 4 players now. Brennison has to face down, and he'll get cleaned up by Gaffolo. Too many targets on his screen. 2 versus 4, and that molly much might be the nail in the coffin, and Insani wanted to get activated. Looking like he still does, all things said. The bomb is only now getting planted. But this ain't Valorant, folks. We don't go for every single retake. It looks like we're going to be a save for MIBR. It's going to be 4-all after this.
Unfortunately for MIBR, you can't teleport your opposition into a 1v1 duel.
You can't send a... Yeah, you can't teleport... Yeah. Or, I mean, you can't send a little wingman onto the bomb to get it defused, you know?
Yeah.
So...
Although I think maybe the biggest swingman here for MIBR is going to be this bomb plant. How much damage is this one doing? Is anyone, it's planted Astralis, so they should just... Oh, no! Oh my god!
Welcome to the... Welcome to Counter-Strike 2.
Astralis. It was the farthest bomb plant possible. Oh, you see Safe with the moves there. He was shaking that one off.
Yeah, another... I'm not sure how much I agree with the bomb radius having to be expanded, I guess it is a nerf to the T side.
Right.
In a way, which, you know what? Any nerf to the T side in Counter-Strike, I'll take.
Especially to the economy of the T side, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You know, you need that economy nerf because the T side economy is just invincible every time they get a bomb plant or every time, like, their stuff is cheaper, their guns are better for some reason, and CTs are always on the back foot. So at least maybe it is, but it is also just like an annoying part of the game because they're like literally on the opposite side of the map. I don't know. And
Right,
that actually does come back to hurt. Like, you can look at the right side of your screen, the money is starting to tank here. Like $50 remaining for togs.
Yeah, no, it's a big deal. Yeah, I mean, it forces people to change the way they play. I think it's going to make it, you know, more interesting with the way we see retakes, because you can't run away from the bomb super far. But if you have like 3 low HP bars and it's a really, you know, contentious game and money is a big factor, and you might see CTs like go for those late retakes like FaZe did over in Sydney.
Yeah.
I forget who it was up against, but
it's against Gamer Legion.
Gamer Legion, yeah. Got that late execute like Rare Adam was doing back in the day, but even more effective now when you have to run even further. So there's going to be some cool little shakeups there, and again, I think at the end of the day, it probably is going to favor the CT side in terms of economy.
Which I'll take. I think there's been a lot of criticism about, you know, the MR12 economy as well, because look, one CT side economic break and the whole half goes awry. Like, like you're like down 8-4 all of a sudden, and it's like, wow, that's tough. And yeah, 8-4 is the end of the half. So, I mean, people have thought, okay, let's just make everything for the CT side a bit cheaper. Maybe we can. I mean, the bomb radius thing is a inherent nerf to the T side. And it's been increased on every single map, for the record. Even Inferno's already massive bomb radius just got even bigger.
Yeah. You know, it's not too painful, though. It's still Vertigo that the bomb still feels not like a dud like it used to. Like, the bomb would be like, you'd be right next to it and you'd take 8 damage.
Yeah.
But it's like about 50 damage now, which I think is a little bit more reasonable.
Fair enough. That map's getting removed, Cole. I don't know if you know that already.
No, it's not. Come on.
Yes,
now.
yes, it is. Vertigo is getting removed. You've heard it here. I don't have any connections that could actually verify that, but it should be. Everyone's least favorite map. Oh, this is a cool play from MIBR. Hey, they're already in lobby, taking all that control, but Sharks are now going to speed things up down to the lower site, see if they can beat those rotations. Oh, and Exit just heard all of this.
Yeah, he heard the rundown, but he also heard the instant shift walk now, and he has a nice little crossfire with his player Mini, who's covering his angles. Shadow, he saw something right there. Starts to press the trigger finger there, and some damage done there. But he doesn't have anything to clear out Exit except for some headshots, and Doc will certainly be able to take care of business right there. That's a big pick to find as well.
Yeah, that's the nature of holding angles. Just gets Ferrari'd by Doc, who didn't even feel prepared. Now, Togs even collects another on top of T-Roof. Oh, and now the defense that just went down the vents, just was prepared for that lower site. Evacuates at the worst possible moment. Insani is coming back around outside, so, yeah, Togs has been spotted, but they're already on B. This round's gonna be a save for MIBR. Maybe a knife kill onto Togs.
Some extra bread.
No way! The Shadow! No!
Oh.
Shadow advantage.
No extra bread. No money. Poor Insani will go down. And this is just already, again, a fantastic half here. So far manufactured by Sharks. You gotta be happy. You got a lead right now. And you have chances for much, much more there. Safe isn't secure here. just around the corner in time. He's getting hunted. I guess it's not super worth it to go aggressive on this hunt. Last people come through, but they're gonna nail the headshot still. Playing sharp as ever. These guys will not let up and gonna grab themselves a fifth and drop 2 weapons while they're at it.
ERG, and especially Doc. Doc has been doing some really good entry work down on the lower site. A couple of these rounds where MIBR have even had stacked, it was Doc who picked up a triple kill to get Sharks established in this game. And now, helping out on that particular one, just clearing out the space. He's doing the dirty work for Sharks, and he's getting the job done. MIBR surely to be frustrated with some of these rounds as well. Brennison is down low, though. Ooh, but Doc is just holding this upper angle. And that's an instant headshot. Doc just continues the headshot machine.
Yeah, what's interesting here is I feel like MIBR, they have some really good early setups. Almost feels like their early setups are better. But the execution and closing out some of these rounds is where it falls a little bit to pieces there. But what they do after with a lot of that map control, like having full lobby at the start of a round is so impactful. But
hold on.
The Sharks to get past that.
I have a little Zeus action here that could be going down. Yeah, safe. Got one. Oh, wait, hold on. Insani had a lot of low health bars in front of him, but that was all he could garner. Just exit here. Top of ramp. I feel like the Zeus has gotten a buff in this version of the game. I'm not sure about you. I feel like the range or like the accuracy of the gun has like improved somehow. I've seen far too many Zeus kills to say that isn't so.
Maybe it's been buffed. I feel like what's a little bit interesting is that sometimes I like land a Zeus and it's only doing like 80 damage, which is infuriating. I almost think that it should either kill or do no damage. But, you know, it is what it is. See you later. Oh, take down the Opera, why don't you? X is still playing a good game here. Had that big start with the pistol retake, and he just kept it rolling from that point forward.
Hold on, we're gonna see if we can get a gun here. Can you still survive in control? He's dead to the bomb, right? Yeah, he is. As he should be.
Maybe old Nuke gets out safely. But
actually,
also
I think he
Nuke,
does.
Sharks
Definitely gets out.
Sharks wouldn't be all the way in secret because they're shaking from the bomb.
That is fair enough. Yeah, he never should have been in that situation in the first place. And we're going to see a buy come out from MIBR. Is this Safe's first op this game? I think it is. Finally getting established here.
This is late to a CT side of Nuke to get your first op out, which is a really unfortunate position to be in. But he's going to set himself up in the right spot this time. Spam again, almost right on the money for exit. He's want to continue his campaign up towards secret. He's mollied off right now, so he's going to be kept at bay for a little while. All he does really have to do is post up on this angle. You know, fall back, take a more passive angle, give them control, because there's a lot of attention from the riflers towards the side yard, trying to cut off rotations here. They've completely evacuated the CT side. Has scared them off successfully. And now they got to start to batten down the hatches elsewhere. Did insani swabbing him? Wait, he's inside.
He actually did. What? Okay, well, unfortunately, we couldn't get it from his perspective. But yeah, he just looked up and wall banged him. Now, Exit's in some trouble here, getting pushed in towards hell. Little man advantage here for MIBR, and a 1-for-1. They'll be happy with it. 3v4, and Sharks are fragmented. But that kill from insani, he just wall banged him through the top of Mini.
On earth just did he make him dance? Like, unbelievable. How do you even win that exchange straight to the wall? He might have heard him and started shooting, and then hears the shots connecting. He's like, oh, I'm doing something right there. It's going to be a last-ditch effort out of Hut. They've got Crossfire here to work.
Okay.
Blasted out of the ceiling. Now follows suit. Another kill out of Gafolo. The round has fallen apart for MIBR once again. In the last seconds, they get the bomb plant as well.
That is just unbelievable. Gafolo just runs out Hut and quickscopes the site anchor, and there's nothing to be done. Past that, they hardly took a single point of damage on that take, and they run over 3 players in perfect position. It can't get any better than that. Sharks are going to walk away with a 7-4 lead right now. Probably looking like 8 if they take down Brennison. No guns saved. And Sharks, despite losing these opening 3 in just real crushing fashion, have absolutely battered MIBR.
Absolutely unbelievable right there. It looks so simple to crack on through. Just no questions asked there. For the side of the Sharks, Gafolo pulling that one back incredibly well. Beautiful. Hopping coming through there. Quick scopes. Has every angle covered right there. And there wasn't a lot of time left to make that work. And it made it look easy. Now they're the ones who walk away with 8 here. On their own map pick, yes, but Exit doing great damage at the very least. 15 kills is how it'll end this half with a little bit of extra damage and some change, but we'll see if that's enough. Again, it's been great starts to these rounds. The struggles are where things have finished.
I mean, Sharks have just been better on the individual fights. They've been enjoying the swing. Rocking back and forth. And holding down A and D around corners. If anything good here is... Well, Drop's drop has certainly been heard. But he won't get punished for it. 4 on 4. 45 seconds to think about this one, but not a lot of utility to do it in safety. Getting this outside flank. DRG the first, but couldn't run from Gafolo. But it's a lot of information going the way of MIBR, hearing and seeing everything in lobby.
Just making so many slow plays here. It's almost concerning that you wouldn't have time, but again, they're going to walk out Hut. Gafolo's going to lead the pack.
With the off, of course. Running out, but misses the quick scope finally, and a close down between Insani and Drop. Finally, something works out here for MIBR. 7-5 at the half. We'll be back after a short one.
Something better.
And so leading off into this second half, we're looking to bring this one back to game, but I want to come up with a bit of a discussion point, and that is how experienced exactly is MIBR in CS2? Sharks have been on the grind and it's paying off. They're up 7-5 right now, as at least MIBR will close down that final round of the half, but there are a lot of rounds that Sharks just pulled out of the hat.
Yeah, 100% there. I mean, fantastic way to start off this series here with a little bit of confidence, looking very comfortable, winning out some late executions, and as you said so aptly there, the king of the swing so far in this game on their T side. But now they got to do it up against the T side here of MIBR, and that might be a little bit challenging here for them because it's got to be answered right back. The same sort of effectiveness is going to be brought to the table as Togs just posts up like a turret, finding himself two here and sending it towards that lower bomb site.
Yeah, Gafolo, okay, but pops up and deletes exit. Gafolo surely to be run down, but he gets away with another. Brennison in the 1v3, and he's gonna get wrecked by Togs. A P2K is making itself heard in this game as Togs picks up 3.
Beautiful run from Togs right there, locking in a massive defense. Again, he doesn't move a muscle in that back of box position, just confidently and comfortably taking those fights down there. Has faith in his aim, his ability to lock those kills, and even Gafolo finding 2 big kills, right? It would have been fine if he went 1 for 1, but finds 1 extra as well. Full Glock eco for MIBR. Losing the second pistol, it's not going to give them a lot of runway. They started this game off with a 0-3 start, a lot of close clutches, even a 1v3 in the mix. And they're going to be staring down the barrel of a 4-round deficit after this one.
Oh, I hear some typing, but
Might be late.
I a little late. Did Insani just like take a bunch of fall damage? I don't know, but it might not matter. Let's not forget the demons that are on this roster for MIBR. You have a Deagle one in Brennison. Will just delete Doc from this round. But there is a disconnect that might harm the chances here. Yeah,
it's a bit unfortunate because it's not a 5v4, it's a 4v4. A little bit unlucky there, but Brennan's going for another 1D towards that outer yard. Looking for some more damage. So common, you know, to have a deagle in this sort of round and just try and see how much work you can do. And even if, you know, the deagle goes down and the Glock picks it up and then it goes for another peek there. Just trying to find any fight imaginable, anything to find some damage. There's a purple swing, and only so much Gafolo can do to cover those angles, but he's going to flip out the sidearm. He's going to call in for reinforcements. Gafolo's going to take all the names here. It will be 9 locked in and only 1 casualty in this round.
Yep, and already MR12. Sharks are only 4 rounds away from the map victory. Quickly closing in on this one. If MIBR can't hold here, this game is toast. That also, it just brings up a case where second half pistol brings you so much closer to the finish line than before. If you aren't able to adjust, there's not a lot of room to kickstart anything in this. MIBR with the 8Ks out, but we're seeing an aggressive stance from Sharks. As Gafolo will tuck away in towards the secret house.
Self-close it up here early. Such valuable real estate to take there. We've seen a lot of priority from MIBR in this position as well. To start off the half, they really liked taking that control of secret. So it'll be attempted to be used against them as well here.
Honestly, is a tendency that we may see in the future. I'm not sure if that's how the meta on Nuke is beginning to develop or not, but you know, at the start of CS2, they're just a complete actual arms race. Everyone's trying to figure out what's optimal, what's not. What should we be doing? And honestly, Sydney is there to decide that in the early stages of the CS2 metagame.
Yeah, everyone's watching everybody else's games right now, trying to figure out what's meta here.
Oh,
using that AUG to full meta, but still Insani wins out on the swing.
Welcome to the swing fest here, as Doc's gonna try and leverage it, but it doesn't work out. You do see Gafolo down here on the lower site, having to dance between one powerful one, but he just misses the timing, and 3 players appear on his screen. It's a 2v5 that Sharks are likely to back away from, and MIBR will pull the ripcord try to get things started. RDN running gun with the MP9 will be able to collect an AK, but that's all. It's 6 for MIBR.
Probably a worthy exchange there of going 1-for-1 and saving the AK for RDN South. Sure, you have to drop an MP9 for it, but unfortunately for Sharks, the 2 weapons that they were going to save were both SMGs. So it's fortunate that at least RDN South is going to be able to walk away from this round. But it might be crucial that they start the success, because like you said, MR12 doesn't give you the most runway to work with here. Again, is Insani alive here? This is my question right now. Is he gonna stay alive in this position?
Should be. If he was planted at the Astralis corner, though, absolutely not.
Blasted. Gone.
But there we have it. And it truly is who is going to embrace the swing. Because Counter-Strike in Global Offensive, each team would try to min-max everything at the higher levels of competition. Like, you try to, you know, okay, we're going to get a flash for this swing. We don't really want to take a 50-50. We want to take, you know, a 70-30. But now it feels like the player swinging has the 70-30. Maybe not that brutal, but, like, slight advantages. You can see that MIBR trying to utilize that, charging forward, almost a dry run into the face. Like, just a singular flash from insani is all that's needed. But DRG is in some trouble. Gotta get down that vent, buddy! And he will just barely escape, but no more fight to be put up here from Sharks. It looked like they're already backing away.
CSA here already called out. See this one, and MIBR pull through successfully again. Back-to-back rounds now. Here when the rifles are pulled out. One a lot slower than the other here. This time just a quick play there on that A side and immediately finding the kills to back it up. All these saved rifles, though, it's going to continue to get at least some sort of efficiency, right? Sharks are never bowing out of these rounds. So you still are feeling a little bit threatened. Bryn isn't going to run away as far as possible. Deadly. Still almost falls right there, but all is well. And MIBR starting to string things together.
You know what happened to drop? All of his armor got blown off. There, he took 92 damage from the bomb and lost every single point of armor there. So he had to rebuy this one. There you go. There's I mean, that's what the bomb has. It has severe impact on the T-side economy. Forces out some extra rebuys here and there. Small advantages here for the CT side.
It's probably frustrating for, like, casual play. It feels like one of the few updates that is, like, catered towards pros. You know what I mean? Whereas every other update, it's like, okay, pros can, like, utilize this. It's not like a huge change or whatever, but you can tell it's like, oh, this is for newer players or something along those lines. This actually does feel like, because you don't see too many saves in matchmaking games, probably.
Yes.
People aren't, you know, thinking too much. And
it might happen more to the CTs, to be honest, in matchmaking, who like stick around for exits, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they're the ones getting blasted. And that's probably frustrating for casuals, but when it comes to pro plays, you know, they kind of know their way around a little bit better. They know where the bomb is going to do damage and such, so interesting.
Yeah, maybe not the perfect way. I mean, obviously, I think it's no secret at this point that Valve have kind of taken, you know, we're going to try and make it more accessible to new players. I understand the whole alias controversy, the new update. See how that develops. Hold the thoughts here, because MIBR charging into a 5-stacked site. Huge problems here, as even dinks start rolling out through the hut walls. It's a 2v3, and MIBR are all on half health.
Yeah, they're going to run it down towards the ramp room. This is all being heard here, but maybe at the very least, MIBR can hope to beat him on rotation here. That's not even true, though. They're already down in towards double doors. Everyone rotating this way, and they might be right in doing so. Glass is being broken open. Togs is ready to swing. They're still hitting the brakes. They're not overcommitting just yet. No, Safe is walking out now. He's going to test the waters over towards double door. Meanwhile, RDN Zhao has fallen in retreat.
They're being silent. They're cutting noise here, and I love this from MIBR. They're keeping Sharks guessing. But I think Sharks are going to commit to this B site. They're going to say, if you go up A, we'll play the 2v3. If you don't, we'll hang down here. Single door about to be popped open. Exit about to go down. Safe does come through with the trade, but 20 seconds remaining on the clock. And he's about to have a 1v2 on his hands. He'll get the bomb planted, but at what cost? How can he reposition? He'll make his way to double doors. He will escape this fight, and he starts to isolate these angles. This is possible here for Safe. And you're so right. He's looped around them. Absolutely. They're going to think he's double doors, but they might not realize what lurks behind them. Fake defuse. Safe not fighting down on it. First player spotted out. Off the defuse you go, and no kit. You're totally right, Cole. Safe, he flees the scene. Another fake defuse. And Safe, he's going to swing forward, but there's no time here for Doc, and Safe's going to get the kill anyways. What a clutch from Safe right there.
Absolutely beautiful. Safe sneaking his way through double door, instantly wrapping around them. They never even consider that a possibility right there on Sharks, and he bails his teammates out of losing what could have been a pretty disastrous round, right? 3 rifle saves, so it was still a good buy from Sharks. They were still bringing a lot to the table there, but MIBR, that was your chance to close things out, and you almost let it slip, but bailed out there by Safe. A brilliant round from him, and gonna use another one of those tack pauses there after back. Let that one sink in there for Sharks. Let it sink in that this is only now a 1-round game, and that T side, once the rifles have been whipped out, has been flawless.
I mean, technically a 1v3 there from Safe, as he did find the trade kill as well. Onto exit. And all of, I mean, just the decision making there from Safe, it's without hesitancy at all, because you would think after just a couple of seconds later, after that fake defense, you'd think that, okay, Sharks are going to start considering all other options. But Safe, no hesitation. Right from the plant, he has one idea and one idea only. It works out well. The follow outside does pick up an op much earlier than what MIBR had, and he puts it to work. Brennison down through the smoke.
Wow, what a flick right there. Just straight sent through the smoke. Able to lock down the opening pick of this round there. That's a great start. Taking care of business there early. Brennison down. It's going to be that out-of-yard presence already eliminated, and it feels like the entirety of Sharks know this. Because, you know, after finding that pick, the op immediately readjusts. Now he is over towards ramp room, ready to take his next victim. Ready to strike for his next frag. This is exactly what you want out of your opera here, being all over the map, ever present in the server, and Follow is already starting that off well.
Another wall smoke set down here by MIBR, but that's all 5 smokes expended. Trying to get drop close into mini. This is going to be an A-side split, but they're walking into a 4-man stack. This is going to be brutal. Molly to the back of the site and a flashbang in as well. But Doc's fight here is massive. First and a dink. Doing great work. Drop his impact limited out of mini. 20 seconds. And Drop, you can't clear the corner. There's just too many players on this site. The wall bangs don't work for exit. And 15 seconds, he's going to save. Sharks will hit double digits.
That's a very confident gun round right there. Op shot straight through the smoke, but then the full commitment to the game plan, right? You've taken care of the outer yard lurk there and Brennison out of the gates, and after that, they just completely discount any sort of further presence there towards that outer yard, set their full focus on that A execute, and you know, whether or not they were fully right, because there still was one more player mini and there's still more smokes towards that outer yard, it gets the job done because the game plan, the end goal there for MIBR was to split in towards that A site, and you're never going to break past that level of a crossfire, that amount of presence right there.
Yeah, and you can see that Drop is only expecting the 3-man setup, so that's why he full commits to the swing to clear the CT vent. Not ready for the 4th player. And the stack pays off. It's Safe. Fast outside. He is gunning it from T-Red, but he could be gunning it right into Gafolo's op. You never know. Using that smoke as a bit of an advanced angle. Now going to take the flash. Not all the way through. Instead, it's Brett Nade to the smoke. What a shot there from Gafolo. A great solo setup, and Brennison eliminated.
Don't even know what hit him right there. Again, after Gafolo finds the opening exchange towards the outer yard, no one wants to test it. They don't have enough resources really to do so either. Only 2 smokes that could be used to cross successfully down. And now we're looking at a very difficult round from this point forward here. And they're just running it all back there, but now they're starting to walk back towards this outside angle with one less player and a lot less time as well. 50 seconds on the clock. Everyone gearing up to maybe once again try and split up, but this time a lot more presence than many, but this time it's still so much presence on this A side here for Sharks. They are so prepared.
Oh man, first, second, and he's just putting in so much work. RDN also enjoys the swing. And a 1v4 for safe, and another save for MIBR. Like, a lot of this just feels so premeditated from Sharks. That nade to the smoke for Gafolo. You know, they say smokes aren't walls. Well, now in a very literal sense, they don't obscure your vision. And I don't think safe is surviving this. I'm being brutally honest. Safe is being closed in from every single angle. First shot fired off. Actually, I mean, he finds the gap in the defense. Gotta escape all the way, though. And that round timer's closing in. He will get away.
Oh my god, barely able to hold on there. If anything, you could trust safe up against the wall right there, but is it going to help out here? One op saved over is all that they're going to really bring to the table here. There's not even any extra money in reserve here. It might be chugging through their timeouts with little time left in regulation here. This one probably going to be a full concession of the remainder of this team unless they want to go for a risky Tech 9 buy. But instead, I imagine they're going to save for last. Yeah, Exit's going to buy a couple flashes. And at this point, you can hope that maybe Safe can crack things open. Maybe he can start things off successfully. But that, you know, is all that you're really relying on right here and right now. Is that Safe can do the heavy lifting in this round.
Certainly possible. We've seen some of the moves outside from Safe, specifically him towards T-Red in the past couple. There are setups for him to get activated, but eating a couple of flashes early on. This is what he's going to go for. Top of the blue box. He kind of is just scouting all of outside at the moment. And if he sees nothing, he might call his teammates back over. Or one flash to rule them all.
They're going to be testing the ramp room now, it seems like. So he's going to try and lead the pack here. Is DRG seriously considering walking through that smoke? I think he was for a second. Doesn't overcommit, though, and they're hearing footsteps. There's a jump peek from drop. He doesn't spot the op or anything like that, but still met by an instant smoke, and there you go. Your hand's getting forced here by Sharks with the way they're using this utility, and again, they're going to test this A side, but they're still a triangulated setup.
Yeah, it's safe. Trying to poke and prod with the op. Exit will try and pick up the sticks, but it seems to work. And Insani doesn't quite get down the vents, unfortunately. 2 versus 5. Togs even taking the extra space and Exit around the corner with the op. And Togs is just putting in work. Another headshot for him. 12 rounds. Map point for Sharks.
There we are. Easy round right there. Safe, trying his very best to find some sort of opening pick, but everywhere they go, Sharks aren't giving it to him. Whoa. Some wild hands there. The only person with hands here as of reaching the Sharks, and they're looking to take that all the way home here.
Yeah.
4 opportunities. Feels like plenty enough on the CT side of the Nuke, but we'll see if MIBR are going to be getting that over. This would be a great start to the series. This is that pick, of course, of...
Seen this nade setup a lot of the time where you do see the nade come in from heaven, and even a flashbang from Mini to get a squeaky swing going, just to keep the T's on their toes.
Yeah, I feel like there's a spam battle that often is won by the T side, but if you blow the smoke open, you'll get vision there very quickly. That'll determine it. You have an extra AK, a spare AK dropped over in mini for spamming maybe? That's interesting.
It could also serve as the fact that you might think it's two different players.
That's insane. Might force their hand elsewhere here, but they're still diving back towards lobby. I feel like I've seen this round time and time again there from MIBR, as they just dive and dip in between squeaky, lobby, and ramp now.
We'll see. Right now, though, Togs in some trouble, but backup from DRG. Trying to bait the swing. He forced him to hold the angle, eat the flash, but it still works out. MIBR down players, and even the rotate is already here. Polo up towards control is gonna snipe down Brennison. There's a player in single that does get deleted though. Insani does establish control. A foothold here for MIBR. They have to play from that single door though, and DRG will drop Insani. It has to be another clutch here from Safe. Swing back around though, and deliver the clutch. The second burst takes down DRG and keeps MIBR in the map.
Oh man, Safe, what a second shot right there. A little burst out of the AK on the fadeaway, and it saves him. Another 1v2 here. Again, Safe with his back against the wall. He's kept MIBR alive here multiple times now. That's as close as can be here. Now it's just 3 opportunities.
I thought he was toast. He was like he was backpedaling. He wasn't prepared to take that fight, but
yeah,
still was able to nail the first and find the readjustment onto the next. Take an exhale there. I think MIBR, I'm sure the players, as they were getting picked off into the site, felt like it was over. I thought it was. But now it is Sharks whose money has reached the breaking point. I mean, it is seriously possible with only 3 rounds to gap.
100%, yeah, you break their money here if you win. You get double digits if you win here, and then you just gotta win maybe another gun round, and you're in overtime. As Safe will start things off again, saving his team, saving Insani in this round, and now executing out towards A here. No, it's just flashes to get Insani out of dodge here, but they lose drop in the meantime. HG's not going to chase Insani down. A little too late.
Barrel.
Oh.
Not today. Oh, boy. Insani is dancing with death right now as he tries to fight between the smokes. He will pivot to these outside smokes.
Inside secret as well. Is that going to throw MIBR off? Surely not. But they have to make some decisions here, some tough ones, if they want to just move past it. The nade blowing up in the smoke doesn't give any information, as MIBR still behind it. Slowly but surely, they're going to walk around that smoke. They will walk straight through it. Yeah, they're not scared of anything. They knew that was a bit of an empty threat.
And no one has rotated here from Sharks.
Ooh. They're going to be beat to the punch here. MIBR have already gotten past the point of Sharks trying to recover this by rotating down now.
I think Sharks are starting to get a little suspicious. You can see that they're gliding back to ramp. Now the noise has been made to follow. Get in position, but Insani pops up, deletes the offer. Now Togs, though, does have the AUG. He can hold these long-range angles. He's got the laser beam, and he's going to deny the plant, and that's going to win the map. That's it. There is no time. The plant was not protected, and Sharks will steal the map.
Oh my god, what a way to finish right there. The last second, you could see that timer ticking against him. Again, it cost MIBR a little bit of strength right there. And it's a great play from Sharks to close that game off right there. I mean, perfect execution, perfect that DRG doesn't go any forward.